Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing tonight? So we got our PM in the house. What's up, brother? Big boys, tours, what's up? King Nerds in the house. How you doing, Rinks? Yeah, I just saw your message there, Mama. Like 3 times in a row I tried to start the live and it was doing it all scrunched up like it was trying to be in vertical mode instead of horizontal, but yet it was showing the body horizontally but scrunched up. It was stupid. I don't know. YouTube playing games, I guess. But what's up, TKI? Sorry, I keep saying TKI. TK18. What is up, brother? Rinks is playing some video games. Steve's in the house. What's up? But yep, I made it finally. I had to do it I think this is literally my 3rd or 4th try. But for some reason, it just would not let me get it in the right mode. I don't know why. So, Bob's in the house. What's up, brother? I know some of you that don't have the memberships were wanting to see the video that I put out on Sunday. And we're going to play that. And I think everybody that's got the membership has been able to see it. Or at least had the opportunity to. So, I'll probably set it back to public. But for tonight, we'll play it on here so everybody can see. And you know, it wasn't anything real special, but basically I got to film AJ Schumacher running around his track. He's a really smooth driver. Like I said yesterday, I started learning some tips from him, so I think you guys will enjoy it. And I don't know when we're going to do it, but we are going to do another giveaway. Paint job turned out good. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. You guys excited for another giveaway? Now, it's nothing real special, but it's kind of special. I don't know. I guess kind of to me because I've been down here going to this place, but I know you guys like stickers and, you know, all the cool stuff, so we'll give away, just send it here. Thank you, John Smith. All right, so not only do we have this set, but we also have this set. So 2 lucky people will have a chance to win some pretty cool Nitro Compound stickers. If you don't have a wing to put it on, you can put these on pretty much anything. If you don't want to join in, you don't have to. But I don't know what day we're going to do it, but we're going to do it soon, so stay tuned. Bobby took my crown. Bob's the crown thief. So right now, looks like Steve's in first, Bob's in second, RPM, no holds barred. RPM's in third. Those look good on the Team Associated. Oh yeah, they look good on any vehicle that's got that that nice J Concepts Razor wing, I think is what they call it. But like I said, stay tuned. I don't know exactly when we're going to do it, but it is coming soon. Who's the first? Who's the first what? The crown? Steve is at the moment. So yeah, got the window masking peeled off, so I did have a little bit of bleed through, but actually that green and purple kind of looks neat. But so I don't know if I'm going to waste time on here trimming this out. You guys will see me trim bodies. We might. But I'm thinking about it. If you guys want to see me trim it out, let me know. Who's on first? Thank you, Bob. Yeah, I had fun doing this one. This kind of got out of my comfort zone with doing all these different lines and stuff. It turned out all right. There's a couple, you know, a couple little bleed spots, but for the most part, a little too much purple here. It's kind of hard to get that light fade when you don't have an airbrush. But I'm pretty proud of it. It's my first one to say that level of difficulty. RPM wants to see the trim job. Hell yeah. Well, if you're the only one that answers, we'll definitely do it because one beats zero, right? We also got some tires that we're going to mount up. I know everybody's like, or probably most of us have mounted tires before, but I'll just show you the process that I've been going through as I'm mounting my tires. First practice session, and those bleed over spots won't even be noticeable. Exactly. I want to try stencil and airbrush. Yeah, I want to try some airbrush. I've tried stencil. The stencil's cool. Really what I want to get into and get better at is drawing a design on the outside and then hand cutting this. I think that would turn out, I think it would be cool if I could get it to turn out right. Rinks wants to see a trim job as well. Hydro dipping a body would be cool. I mean, it's pretty easy, just messy. And I think some of the hydro dipping, some of the designs are really cool, but it's not really my thing. Those work for like show cars, shelf queens, stuff like that. But I want something that's I see a lot of the racers running nice fancy bodies with all these different colors and stuff, and I want to do more of that. I think it looks cool. This was just kind of a simple start. With running the masking tape. I think it turned out pretty good though. Like I said, kind of stepped out of my comfort zone. But what do you do for airflow? For airbrush? So that's another thing for me trying to do airbrush. Most people do that stuff inside, and I don't want my apartment filling up with paint. All right, you guys want to see AJ and his smooth driving around this track? One day I'd like to be this good, but man, it takes a lot of practice. He's been doing it for years. So speaking of airflow, I need to kick the air conditioner up. Yeah, it actually got to like 109 yesterday, and then 105 today. It's getting pretty warm. What's going on, Travis? How you doing, brother? You build a box with a fan. Yeah. That doesn't work for airbrush. But now, I need to find a way to make this not be so heavy. I think I just need to, I think I got too close with it. I need to just do more of like a fine spray across it. Come in a little thick. That just makes it look easy in that video. Oh, I'm telling you, man. When I'm there watching, like, oh man, this track looks cool, man. I try and run like they do, and I flop all over the place. Yeah, it's not cool. Does the air conditioner actually work when it's that hot? Oh yeah. Yes, it does. So out here they use swamp coolers for most of the year, and then like when the monsoon season comes in and it gets humid, then you have to turn on the air conditioner. So most of the houses out here have 2 units sitting on top of the roof even, and I don't know why they put them on the roof. But yeah, one of them's an air conditioner, one of them's a swamp cooler. For those that don't know what a swamp cooler is, basically it's like a a coil of tubes that they run water through, and then, or even run like water over and blow air across it. So a little different than an air conditioner. Air conditioner actually uses Freon and, you know, the good stuff. But let's see, I'm the opposite. I've got the heater on. What's up, Lotus? Big boys, I feel like for some reason, yeah, I did say hi. But for a second, I felt like I didn't say hi to you, brother. Anyways, all right, so we'll go ahead and start playing this video. It's only a few minutes long. But yeah, he zips around this track like it's nothing. I'm gonna rewind it. There we go. And I'm getting better at this section. Not as smooth as him. I've gotten better at coming up around that corner too. And then here you have to let off just before the jump and then let off there. That's the hard part, is letting off and then getting around those corners on the backside. And then, yeah, hitting that double.
Pro tip from Mr. AJ Schumacher himself.
And then this one here, I've really had to let off, and I've been running it just like what he did. I did that this weekend. I did pretty decent. I can't get around it as fast, but I'm getting through it cleaner. And then so I just need more practice to get the speed up. Was he running? Yeah, he's running an X-ray. I think he had a block. I have the BM. He has the AM, which is the shiny, like silver head on it. But he runs a few different engines. And I think that's what he had on there this weekend.
So do you always just double that corner?
Yeah, and of course he didn't really answer me because he was focused. He's getting ready for, there's a big race down in Texas. It's like a whole week. So he was just getting his car ready, and they found a problem and they were seeing if they'd fixed it. Something to do with the engine. But he basically answers me on this lap. Without actually talking to me. And every once in a while, I hit it like that. But like he cleared that whole thing. It's like you got to get the right speed around the bottom there and have good grippy tires, or it's almost impossible. That corner back there is hard because it's so far away. It's hard to see that angle. But I'm getting better on as a whole. I just got to put it all together and then just start picking up the speed. But yeah, he makes it look so easy. And I watched his hands, and I mean, it's a lot of, you know, blipping the throttle, full throttle, and then brake, blip, blip. You know, he's real smooth at it. And that back corner, that hump's in the way, so I never know where to start that turn. Man, sometimes if you hit that a little wide, it's loose over there, so you just slide off into the pipe. But yep, those are the Schumachers, great people. Try to do what I can to support them. At least while I'm here anyways. But pause. Alright, back to the show. So yeah, just a little video. I'm hoping to get to a point where I can get one of the guys to record me, and of course I won't look that smooth, but you know, just to show that I'm running the track a little better. I'm hoping to get one of those videos here pretty soon, but with the heat coming in, most people won't be out there very much. But I figure if I get out there between 7 and 10, that'll give me a little bit of track time. Should get me ready for the winter race. But we'll just have to see. Alright. So a couple of you guys are wanting me to start trimming this out. I don't have my computer in here tonight, so. You know what? I didn't even think about this. I should be able to get this on the TV. Come on. We're trying to show me everything live with my own video. What the? Figure when you're locked into your channel doing a live, you should be able to find your live. Where's that? There's a lot of lives going on right now. I guess I'm gonna have to go to my own channel. I thought it was on my own channel though. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna let me put my own live on the TV. What the? Oh, well, that sucks. I'm gonna put it on here just so I can watch the comments, keep up with you guys, but let's see. Yeah, that is a huge track, big boys, that's for sure. Thank you, Lotus. Appreciate that. Yeah, he knows every, he knows that track like the back of his hand. He runs it constantly. Fought up the new big boat this weekend. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I won't worry about the comments. You guys just talk away, do what you want. It's funny, I was just flipping through like RC body channels the other day. And I found another guy that trims them out. You know, people ask me all the time, why do I not trim it out before I paint? And there's a couple different reasons, but one of them, even the guy that I was watching that was trimming them out this way, he was basically saying the same thing. Like, if you trim it out before you paint, you have a tendency for that outer protection film to like roll up on you, and then you get overspray. And I thought that was pretty funny that somebody else was saying the same thing. Like, it's not just a me problem, it's other people have the same problem. Veered way off the line. At least I went the wrong way. If you're gonna make a mistake, make it out away from, like, to the outside of the body. Yeah, so if you slip like that, you always want it to go out of the body. Damn it. So for some reason my knife is going outside of the groove. Can't get it. Also, if you're doing this, you want to pay attention to which way your blade is pointing, because if you get it rolled off to the side like that, you think you're going this way, you'll just start veering off that direction. So it's important that you keep your blade straight. Kind of hurts. You've never experienced that? Yeah, I've had it happen to me once. And I seen a video where they did it this way, and I've just done this ever since. Come on. But everybody's got their own way. Damn it. It's like I don't have a problem seeing the line today. That green paint helps. I just have a problem staying in the line. I think my problem is this blade's probably did something to the tip and it's not very sharp. Definitely easier with a sharp blade. Are we back? Probably cussing up a storm. Yeah, basically I just backed out and completely backed out of YouTube and then got back into it. Yeah, still don't have my computer. I don't ever look over and notice that we're having issues. But when I look at it and see that there's only 3 viewers, I know something's wrong. What's going on, Northeast? What's up? I know you didn't hear me earlier, but I was saying hi to JW and John Smith and Grandma. And of course I realized that we was having issues, but I had trouble getting this thing started up tonight, so only makes sense, right? Yeah, I saw those couple of messages, Lotus. Thank you. I didn't read them because I already knew what was going on, but surely he's noticed. Yeah, I mean, you know, why not pay for internet and Wi-Fi that doesn't work very well? I probably went through and cut out this whole body talking to you guys. You saw absolutely nothing. Perfect. But hey, it's cut out. And it looks pretty good. Hell yeah, we got most of the people back in. He said, nope, didn't hear it. But I said it. No, it's like I had trouble getting in. So if you guys never done a live, as you're going through setting it up, you hit horizontal or vertical. And it took me like 3 or 4 tries. I'd put it on horizontal, and then when it would kick in, it's like it tried to go like upright, so the body was facing like this instead of sitting like this. And then I would flip the phone and then flip it back and forth, and then it scrunched it up. So it was trying to put me in horizontal mode the whole time. It froze on the driver's side rear window. Oh, that sucks. You guys missed me cutting out the whole front end of that thing. But anyways, pretty clean. Just replayed 5 seconds endlessly. Oh, nice. I love it when it does that. Nitro Pimp, what's up? Just finish the exo cage. Live, what's up? What's up? Oh, thanks, JW. Appreciate you. It's like we time travel. The body is all finished now. Hey, it's the magic of YouTube, right? Sometimes they just suck for your benefit. It's got a couple of spots that need a little bit of cleanup. I thought about tinting the windows, but I thought about it after I peeled the protective layer. And I thought, nah, we'll just go with it as is. Alright, I'll finish the rest of that trim later. Get it fit to the body. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Glad you guys could make it. I feel like my camera is leaning. You spray on tint? Yeah, no, I have some. I did it to my last body. Like I said, I was going to, and then I peeled off the outer shell, or the outer protective, and then I was like, I don't want to get the overspray on it. I think it looks alright without it. And I think the The purple and the stars back here look a little better. Next time I just need to get it lighter. I don't like how dark it is, but now there's a lot less of it, so it doesn't look near as bad. But anyways, so I figure one of the things that we've never done on this channel is tires. Oh, and like I said last night, TZOs, you can boil them and they don't turn yellow. But if you're going to do AKAs, better use acetone. I got most of the rubber off. I found it was pretty easy just to go through to finish these off. You can just scrape your blade across it like this and basically get off anything that the boil did not. The one new thing I'm going to try with gluing tires is using alcohol to prep the rubber. I've been using, damn it, the green stuff, whatever it's called. And it worked, but didn't seem to work a whole lot. Yeah, Simple Green, there you go. It's right there in the name. Yeah, sometimes I just suck with words. Yeah, some of the guys on here said, or some of you guys said alcohol works really well. So we're going to try cleaning up the tires with that. And they come out of the package with that, like that white chalky dust on them. So I have washed them in like Dawn, just to clean them up real good and dried them. So now we're just going to make sure that there is no release agent left on the rubber. And these are probably good, but just wanted to make sure I get all the extra crap off so that they stick. You know, on some of the racers now, I don't know when they started doing this, it could have been forever ago, but I just noticed that they're gluing the foams to the rims, or some people will even use like double-sided tape, but they're trying to get the foams to stick to the actual rim. Apparently you get better traction with that because it's not spinning inside of it. But of course if you do that, then you know it'd be a pain in the ass getting the rims cleaned up if you're going to reuse them, so you can do it however you want. Some people are even punching holes in their foams. I don't know exactly what all that does, but I know they're doing it. Wonder Bread, what's up? Doing good, doing good. Damn, how am I supposed to pronounce that? BYOOX5. Bio 5? Not for sure how you're supposed to pronounce your name, but welcome to the show. Have you ever heard of dun porting for nitro engines? Supposedly this can increase power quite a bit. Dun porting? I have not. Definitely have heard of porting. Northeast has, but I haven't. Not the foam, the tire. Just to vent the tire. Oh, I know, brother, but I've seen them. There's videos on people punching holes in these as well. It was one of the racers. I think it was Ryan Lutz, or no, yeah, Ryan Lutz. It was a good clutch bell flywheel combo for LRP 21. Put it in a T-Max. Well, there's all kinds of them. But I use like 4-shoe stuff. Or I use like a simple Savage 3-shoe. Just depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, I know, Bob, and you know, I've been punching the hole, you know, in the tire as well. I usually punch it like just off center, but I know nowadays a lot of people are punching them out here on the side. Some people say punch them here on the side when you spin them. You know, it's supposed to kind of help vent any dirt or a little bit of water if it were to get in there. And if you do it on the side, it doesn't vent it. So, I don't know. Everybody seems to have their own preference on it. Harbor Freight, like $6.99. I got a new thing of tire glue because I like these little stems. A lot easier to get in there. Hey Bob, is there a hole size preference? I haven't found anybody saying that there's like a hole size that people use. Just use an 1/8 piece of sharpened copper tubing. There you go. Pimp's got the crown. 1/8 inch. Small as possible for me, says Bob. You do 10 scale or 8 scale, or is it the same for you? Did you finish that body? Yeah, I did while you guys were in the world of nothing. I didn't get it all, but I got all the outline done. So I didn't cut that for the tank or for the engine or the mounting holes. Figured we'd jump into something different. Yeah, the guy that I got the buggy from, the tires he gave me, the holes are like right here. On the paper towel. I have my alcohol. It's all good, Travis. Sorry my internet connection sucked. I got some snazzy tire gluing bands and glue my RC subscription box this month. I'm excited to try it out. Hell yeah. Raw, what's up, brother? Also scuff the inside edge of the rim with sandpaper so the glue holds better. Yeah, I don't have any sandpaper. Oh shit, look at Raw go. Thank you, brother. Everybody give Raw a like on that. Oh, what happened? It's going haywire tonight. I tried to hit the heart on Raw's little deal here, and it basically turned the damn camera off. Anyways, I was trying to love it. It won't let me. But yeah, I don't have any sandpaper, but I mean, hell, these things are chewed up enough. I think it's scuffed up pretty good. I thought I turned the volume all the way down. So these are J Concepts Recons. A2 for Aqua 2. Supposed to be long wear, soft compound. We'll see how these do. And these are directional because of the way those side cuts are. So you gotta make sure that as you're gluing them, you've got 2 for one side and 2 for the other side. I think I did both sides, but just in case. Bob, you got a preference on where you put the holes? You put them on the sidewalls or do you put them off center? JW, same question to you and anybody else that hits the track. Feel free to chime in. Dead smack in the middle. Yeah, and then some people say not to go dead smack in the middle because of that rib. Like you need to go offset of it, which is where I'd been putting them. I'm just curious what everybody else does and thinks. If anybody's new in here and living under a rock and has not gone and checked out Raw RC, check him out. Great guy with a great channel, and he helps support other small channels like myself. So be sure and give him a subscription, or not, subscribe. Mattress is on the roof of the neighbor's car when I left for work that morning. But it was fun after it rained on it for days. I'm sure it was heavy. Oh, that sucks. Grandma, how's it going? done holes in the middle for 20 years. Yeah, I know. That's why they used to say to do it. Now people are talking about doing it offset. I'm not saying either way is right or wrong. I really don't know. But I was checking out like Adam Drake, and he was saying to do it offset. I mean, if it works for him, it worked for me, right? I just don't know what the advantage of them going to the sidewalls was supposed to be. Because it seems like a lot of people do it now. Take a picture and send you in Discord. All right, brother. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro? For those of you guys that did not see the finished product of the body, here you go. A little bit of bleeding around the windows and a couple of the lines, but for the most part, turned out like I envisioned it. Sidewall, load bearing, that is a no for me. Yeah, everybody has their different way of doing it, man. And then there are different reasons for it. But yeah, that's why I wouldn't necessarily want to do it there. Seems like it would take away the, the rigidity of it. Thanks, Hugh. How's it going, brother? Thank you, Grandma. Grandma loves the colors. Told a senator on her channel tonight going on about the Marines. Let them, because if U.S. citizens take over, we aren't arresting anyone. Any dumbass senator or whatever that gets on there and cries about anybody in the government trying to protect the people when all the stupidity is going on, they're stupid. But anyways, no more politics. Half of you'll hate me, half of you'll like me when it's all said and done. Nice body. I already read that one. It looks like Bob's sending us some pictures. All right. So these being directional. I always try to put the color dots on the inside. Just think it looks goofy rolling around the outside. Oh shit, you know what? Hurry and put it together with no holes. Getting ahead of myself. So flip them inside out. Just off center. And then the next debate is 2 or 4. I usually just do the 2. See, like I was saying earlier, if any guys are interested in another giveaway, stay tuned. We'll have it soon. I don't know when, but sometime before I go home for the holiday, the 4th of July, and then I'll mail it out whenever I get home. Those of you guys that didn't see it and are interested, I got a pair of these. So, and if I don't recognize your name and you haven't been on the show much, we're not going to let all the trolls jump in, so. Hoping these make for some pretty good grip on the track. So basically that there's going to be one of the left side tires because of the, make sure I'm looking at that right. Yeah, because it flows out. Because yeah, if we try to go that way, yeah, that's backwards. So you want these directions, you want to make sure you're going the right way. That's forward, just like a regular tire, it kind of vents out in a pattern. Trolls do suck. There's sweet. I'm down for the sticker giveaway. All right, brother. Yeah, I like them. I bought a set and I put on that black wing that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. I bought another wing and 3 more sets of stickers. So I'll have 2 sets of stickers. Basically, probably 1 to run, especially during the races. Well, only during the races. 1 for just the shelf, and then 2 to give away. So, yep, if you guys are interested, like I said, stay tuned. I don't know exactly when we're doing it, but I will give you a heads up. Yep, Chris says, I hate the trolls. Yeah, we'll get a lot of them in here. We got enough moderators. They kind of know they're going to get kicked, so they don't do it as much anymore, but used to be really bad. They're right in Ireland as well. Yeah, people have just gone stupid. Politics are easy, idiots, dumbasses, that is. Yeah, so I agree with Hugh. To me, politics aren't tough. People try to make life tough, and they do stupid shit trying to make politics and politicians look bad. And then some politicians just look bad. Just depends on what side you go for. But, all right, Pimp, have a good night, brother. But yeah, it's hard to talk politics without making one side hate you and the other side love you. Blue dots sometimes mean inside or outside. Well, these are Aqua 2. So these are soft, long wear compound. Even says it on the bag. Well, sort of. Recon Aqua 2 compound. Doesn't really say long wear, but that's what all the videos I watched were saying about the Aqua. If you look it up, like if you Google it, or watch somebody that's talking about the compounds, but I don't know, maybe some of them do show, like you say, have the dots showing you which one goes to the inside, but I just always thought that it meant the compound. Directional, yes. We slapping quick. What are we slapping quick? Always put blue dots out if not mentioned. I don't want to look at the dots. I don't care to see the dots on the outside. I mean, like I said, basically it's just telling you what compound that it is. But we know the tire is going to go that way. And to make another one for front and back. Ooh, looks like I'm going to get lucky. Yeah. Uh-oh. Pull the tire out of the wheel, or the foam out of the tire. Yeah, so now I got two of them that go the same direction. Both left side. Both of them have the dots on the back side. So those would be the lefts. And then the rights will probably have the dots on the outside, I'm assuming. Ready to give the trolls the boot. Yes, sir. Got snipers in the weeds. No reason to be a troll. You don't have anything better to do in life than to be a troll on somebody else's shit, then you've got problems. That's why I usually don't on my channel, but I'm very opinionated with a 12 gauge. Okay, so same thing, they're going forward that way. I need these to be on the right hand side, so yep, I'm gonna have dots on the outside. Which is fine. So most of the other tires that I've been doing aren't directional like these. I don't know, I saw some good videos on these. Same for that loose, like a looser bite track, and being that it's hard packed and not a lot of fluff on top. You want these smaller, more separated out pins. If it's got some fluff, you're gonna want the bigger, chunkier pins. You know, and you want some space in there so that otherwise like the dirt will just clog them up. But there's different tread for every different style of track, different compound. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of different ways that you have to go about getting traction. You know, it's like learning a whole new freaking hobby, just trying to figure out how to race. But it's cool, it makes it challenging. Way different than just bashing, that's for sure. But that's why I enjoy it. I like a challenge. Just hate when the tire won't sit all the way on the rim. Politics and religion can cause a lot of aggravation. Best to keep it to self. Yes. Stopping trolls quick. Okay, I switched all your shotgun shells out with gummy bears. Gummy shirt with high brass. Mario RC, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you joining in. Hope you're enjoying the show. RCX. I'll keep the dots inside because you keep them on the outside. The dots will wear off and you won't remember what compound your tire is. The dot will stay on a lot longer on the inside. Yep. I mean, going to the track, especially on this hard-packed, hard-shell track in the heat, like, these things don't last long enough for those dots to wear off. But, yes. Very true. Me, I just don't want to look at them. For everybody that just showed up, hasn't seen the body we did yesterday, check that out. A little bit of extra coloring that we didn't want, but it actually turned out looking pretty cool, so I won't complain. going to be able to see my RC real easy now. You know, and I can even get a yellow wing for this thing, but I think that would be a little bit too much yellow. I think the black wing will look cool even with that color scheme. Even though there's really no black in it. I thought about doing black where the purple stripes are, but I ended up just going with the purple. Alright, so direction that way. Yeah, so my two rights, the dots have to be on the outside just because of the directional. You know, it's not like they could put the dots on, you know, both sides and give you the option. Or you know what I mean? Put like one tire of each in the bag. And keep in mind these are used rims, so we may have little chunks around the edge, kind of leaving a little bit of a gap. But I think we get enough glue on there. Should be fine. Feels like the rubber won't go back all the way. One thing I hate about doing tires is you get it all nice and flush and smooth around the edge, and you go to peel it back, put some glue in there, and when you put it back, it raises up like that. You don't get it pushed down in time. It bugs the shit out of me. Alright, so now we got two rights and two lefts. Boom brush, just a box of gummy bears. Fixing it at AR-10. Ooh, nice. 9 o'clock. 9:19 for me and the wife. She likes a full frame. If someone has multicolor sets of tires, it's hard to keep track of compounds. Yeah, I've seen it to where just because of the layout of the track or the texture of the track, and I've just seen this in some videos I've been watching recently. It's like on the front, they'll either run a different tire itself or a different compound than the rear because of they either want more traction or less traction in the front for turning and then more or less in the back for traction. I'm not advanced enough to tell all the differences to try and do that. So for now, we're just going to keep trying to learn how to drive. But they've all got 2 holes in them. They've all been cleaned with alcohol. These had tires on them, and I boiled them off. But so as much as you go through tires on a track, just practicing, I'm gonna try and always like reuse rims for practice, and then when I do get brand new rims, I'll use those for races. I'm cool with people having a different opinion than me. My interest right now is getting a good clutch bell for my LRP. Yep. My interest right now is getting better on the track. So do you glue them? Yeah. Yeah, that's basically the next step. Her Glock 26, 49 cal subframe, and it kept pinching her hand. Oh, in the back with the slide? Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about like the little bitty handguns. My dad's got like a little 25, and I never fired it, but we talked about it, and he said when that slide goes back, if you're not careful, it'll take the meat right off of your hand here. Let me get me another drink. I'll be right back. Brandon Watts, what's up? How you doing, brother? Not sure if you've seen the finished result. I'm gonna get better with doing like a little stencil like that and trying to lightly put it on there. Of course, I went way too dark with it. See if I could get the spray to turn out more like this and not so full. I think this will look better. Oh, there we go. I know there's a couple extra people in here since the last time I said this. Stay tuned, coming soon. We're gonna do a giveaway. Anybody interested in stickers, and you can either put them on a J Concepts wing or on whatever you want. But yeah, if you're interested, I don't know when exactly we're gonna do it, but it's coming. NITRO Addiction, do you balance your tires for the dirt track? I've never really learned how. And talking with the guys out there, nobody really has ever talked about that. So I'm not going to say it's not needed for the dirt track, but I don't ever really hear people talk about it or see it. One thing that people, and I haven't seen it out there, but I've seen it in videos where they sauce the tires, but I've never seen them balance them. I think a lot of that's more for the on-road, but I could be wrong. Hugh just wants to have fun, he says. Protect makes good clutch bells. Yes, sir, they make good clutches too. The clutches and the clutch shoes. Hello, Hybrid, how you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome. He uses like a challenge to a married Latino. She gonna kick your ass. Hey, you better watch it. All right, Bob, thanks for joining in, brother. Have a good one. Exactly, Wonder Bread. It's all good, Hybrid. Better late than never, right? And she's like the the KA knives. Sitting and riding a scooter for a while. Oh, I bet that was fun. You trying to say she packs, as in she's packing heat? So I need to give for my Max's new tires. Them things are expensive for the Max. Hybrid and the Nitro scooter. Mark Nugent, what's up? You and Rinks and being the king of nerds. I guess we're all a little nerdy at some point in our life. I don't know much off-road, but I know on-road. Yeah, I'm assuming in the on-road division, they probably do it a lot more. You know, because it's a smooth track. You want your tires to be balanced. Hell, out on the dirt track, there's so many bumps and the jumps. I don't think that it truly matters. But don't quote me on that. You know, there's people out there that'll tell you yay or nay on that. I haven't seen the guys at the track do it. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, nor in watching the videos that I've been watching have anybody talked about it. Like I said, the one thing they do is they sauce the tires, and on like those hard packed clay indoor tracks, they'll grind them down, like wear the tread down, you know, just before it becomes a slick, and they apparently get like really good traction with that. So I think these here do pretty good on this track that I run on. I'm hoping, anyways. The yellow may really tie it all together. You talking about the yellow wing I mentioned earlier? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. And they had some there at the shop. I just have to wait till they get back, because they're going to. There's another race in Texas, and it's like all week long, but I don't know where. I didn't hear what town they said it was in. What's up, Nick B? And or a white wing. Well, I already have a white wing on the buggy, so I'll have all three options when I get that yellow one. What is going on? Yeah, the yellow breaks it up and looks good. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty slick. This body, these yellow rims, and then a yellow wing back here. I mean, it may look like a big old mustard turd, you know, but at least want to look at it and try it out. Because, I mean, I'm not done. You know, this isn't the only body that I'm going to do like this. I'm going to start making this a little more regular. And I'll just have a stack of bodies that I can go destroy at the track. But I want to get a nice fancy body ready for the upcoming race season. You know, at least if I'm going to suck, I'm going to do it in style, right? What about transparent wing? You know, I thought about that too. I bought one not too long ago and I painted it pink like a dumbass. I just wanted to see how it looked. And I mean, it looked okay, but a transparent wing would be cool. I mean, hell, it would look like that. Because you wouldn't really see the wing on it, but yeah, I'd be willing to try it. I like having options. I mean, hell, right now I got like 3 or 4 different wings, 3 or 4 different styles of tires, a couple different bodies. You know, I'm just trying all kinds of stuff out, just having fun with it. Grizzly, what's up? How you doing, brother? Okay, you won't feel the hopping at 69 miles an hour. You've been working on that MGT quite a bit lately, bro. Why don't you put them on backwards? You stop it. No. So, right side, forward. Right side, forward. Left side, forward. Left side, forward. No, I'm not going to put them on wrong. What tires are those? Yep, J Concept Recons A2 or Aqua 2 long wear. Nope, not the Ellipse. Used to run less aggressive tires on the steering when I always run the track. Works better for oversteering, turns a bit slower. Dude, I'm telling you, this new buggy. So I'm used to my old buggy doing this with a lot of understeer and then finally getting around. This one now, like, if I just turn it like sharp, it whips itself around real quick. I had to get used to the way that this thing handles. It took me about an hour or so at least to get used to that and not oversteering. That was one of the tips I got from AJ was, don't crank your steering all the way. You just want to do small amounts, and it really helped out a lot. He gave me a lot of good tips this weekend, and I think it helped out quite a bit. I used to own a nice 2007 Grand Marquis. I think I seen you had that recently, didn't you? Within the last few years, I think I seen it in one of your videos. Trying to say this word, Wonder Bread. Perseverating. Perseverating over clutch belts and flywheels. It's like I got Tourette's. I asked the guy who sells the GMR engine on eBay about the RPM. One of the engines he is selling with will turn, and he told me doesn't give out that info because that and horsepower are made up numbers by the manufacturer. I've heard other people say that. I mean, I don't know. Because I know Tasty B has done a lot of, basically putting the engines on like a dyno and testing them. And I've heard people say that. I don't remember if it was him or what, but white wheels are fast. I heard that too. Yeah. But yeah, John, I've seen multiple videos where people say that manufacturers just make up those numbers. I couldn't tell you. So I was reading through the comments here. Nice conversation about the cars. I'm a nerd, so I'm geeking out over nitro. I've been doing that for years, and then now my geek out is over racing. Never thought I'd really be too much into racing. The fact that I've got a nice track here close by, and I just would like to be able to drive around it like all the cool people. Kind of geeking out over it. Gotta upgrade the brake. Yeah, you're gonna need some big old brakes to stop that behemoth. On these tires, Hugh? Yeah, I like the little design, the little diamonds. But, so something like this, they say, I haven't tried these yet, but they look like the other ones that I've been running. The small pin with like wider spacing in between and the softer compound is better traction on the style of track that I'm on. So I'm hoping. Imagine pulling some nitros out of that. Imagine pulling some nitro engines out of that. Nitrous is hard on an engine. Yeah, it gets it pretty warm. Or that's my take on it anyways. Seems like whenever you're burning the nitrous in there, it burns a lot hotter. Pushing more power through there, you'll melt them down pretty quick. Like pulling that RST out of the motor trunk. That would be funny. Here to play, and I'm gonna play when I leave too. Mustang Life has 1,000 horse rotor. Damn. P number is sure, but RPM leaves little room for gray area. Yeah, I mean, if you can measure it. I mean, think about it. What is it? Some of them, we'll just say upwards of like 42,000 revolutions per minute. Seems like a lot, but you know, I'm not going to argue it. But yeah, there's a way to count it. I don't know how to do it though. As we focus on a topic or subject to the point it becomes unhealthy. Yeah, that would be like obsessed. I'm not quite obsessed, but I am having fun. I look forward to going to the track every weekend, and I like buying little things here and there, trying to make it better each week. But, you know, I mean, if I was rich, of course, you know, I'd buy all the top stuff that I could just because it would be fun. But I enjoy doing this. Yeah, I do. I have an awesome track nearby, but, you know, not always. I just got lucky on this one. There's, you know, got a decent one back home. And most places around the country, you know, within a couple of hours. Then you got some areas where they're just, you know, there aren't any tracks around. And then that would suck. Those in mud quicker and grip better. Oh yeah, these little pins. Wonderbird says, I wish I had a local track. Yeah, I mean, I even had one in Kansas City. I just didn't have really the time or the money at the time to go and try to race it. You know, being down here away from the family. Now that I make a little more money, I have, you know, I can actually doodle in it, and I have time to where I'm not, you know, taking time away from the family. So I enjoy it. Yeah, JW, I'm way behind on the chat. Tires come a long way in the past 20 plus years. Yeah. So we're trying 3 different compounds they had for a standard knobby design. Oh, back in your day, didn't they just have the little spikes? I'm sorry, that wasn't funny. Guess White Willows made it stall. After the giveaway, can you hook some of us up with a set of TNC stickers if we cover the cost? Yes, sir. He had a whole stack of them. I mean, I'm gonna get like a hat and shirt and all that stuff. You know, I'm gonna do the whole works. But right now, not being race season, they just haven't ordered a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I get enough people on here telling me how much that they want, I'll go in there and buy a whole stack, and then yeah, definitely, bro. I have like 39 sets in my shed. Those old tires still with the wheels. Damn. At some point, you just gotta throw them away. No, I get it. It's hard to throw things away. Oh, let's see what time is it. 6:54. I don't really want to start gluing these at the moment. But so I also have. Man, I tell you what, there's a video, some guy at the track, and I didn't see who it was. Probably one of the pros, or somebody that just does it all the time. But and like a lot of those guys, they'll glue the tire and then put the rubber band over it. Well, it takes me so damn long to get it on there. You know, it's already going to be set up by the time I get it into place. But this guy just basically like stuck the little tip in there and just zoom around the tire like really fast, or was, you know, quick. And then I don't know if you ever watched them do it, but you know, then after you glue it, just pat it real quick to get the extra glue off, and it looks really nice. You know, it looks better than when you try to wipe it, it just smears all over the place. But it's like, man, you guys professionals at gluing the tires as well. But yeah, so some put them on before, some put them on after. Sometimes I struggle getting them on there, and then I'll end up with glue all over me. I save them for the wheels, right? Then I have to go into my other shit. Got a crap load of TZO stuff. I also have the new 200s, 400s, and 500s. I don't run anything but TZO. The 402s is a great all-around tire, though. Yeah, so the 400s a little bit bigger knobs. I have, I've probably burnt through them all. Yeah, I don't, like those rims that I showed you guys earlier, the white ones, those had my 200s on it. But yeah, I mean, they're about the same pin style as this. I just get these because they're at the local hobby store. I gotta wait on the TZOs to get here. Or they do have some down at the Nitro compound, but sometimes they're at a track in another state and I don't always have the option. But I do like TZO. I've had pretty good luck with the J Concept so far. Like, what were those other ones called? Detox. And, they're a lot more, more dense tread pattern. But they seem to get pretty good grip on that track. Yeah, like when it comes to race time, definitely gonna have a brand new set of 200s on there. And the 400s, the pins are a little bit bigger than the 200s. And on this harder packed track, they lay over more so you don't get the same kind of traction. 200s work great on this track. I haven't tried the 400s, but just from the way I understand the tires, I think the knobs are going to be a little bit too big on them. Because it's like a hard packed shell. If you get too big of knobs and they're longer and it just like lays over, they don't get the same grip as these smaller ones. But now they're ready for glue. All right, Wonder Bread, appreciate you, bro. It'll be a busy day for me tomorrow. Yeah, it's always busy for me. Wow, tire rubber bands, I'm very behind. I used to just squeeze the tires by hand. Yeah, this just makes it so you don't have to. I mean, and really, like for the most part, it stays put. Like years back, I got a set of AKA Truggy tires, and it's like they wanted to like stay up, and I literally had to hold them over, and I wanted bands so bad for it, but I had to like hold it over till the glue started holding or grabbing a hold, These bands would have been great for it, but now these tires, the way these fit, they just lay in there real nice like they're supposed to and sit right up against the rim. So in all reality, you don't necessarily have to have them, but it's going to help with just forcing that bond. I just need to figure out why they keep trying to push themselves off. Anyways. Have a great night, Winder. You and your fat thumb cracked me up, bro. Yeah, I like having these little spouts. And if you get it cleaned out enough, the next time you go to use it, it'll just have some glue sitting in the tip and you just cut it off. So you get a few uses out of it before you get it cut all the way down. but I don't want to start gluing them now. Joey Ace RC, what's up? How you doing, brother? Yeah, if I don't goof, my phone does. What's up, all aspects? How you doing, bro? Digger's in the house. He says, sorry I'm late. It's all good. He didn't miss much. We was just putting some tires on, punching holes in them, getting them ready for glue. And we finished the body. Almost. We still got to cut out the engine and the mounting holes and the fuel tank. Little deal there. It's awesome, Joe. Glad you're doing well, brother. Grandma's out. Got to get her to bed. All right, brother. You guys have yourselves a good night. I think on the next one, I'm going to try like another, a zigzag up front and then kind of separate out the coloring schemes in between. There's so many different ideas out there, and I'm not real creative. I got to look at other people's stuff and then kind of put my own twist to it, just because I don't know. I'm not a creative kind of person. Yeah. The nitro compound. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I painted it last night and then I trimmed it out today. It ain't perfect, but it's my first one that's like this. Usually I just do like a fade or a stencil. This was all basically just freehand with like masking, like little masking, whatever they call this, like a 6mm stripe. It's all I can't read Chinese and Japanese. Oh, thank you, Digger. Oh man, stop. Thank y'all, aspect. All right, quit yawning. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get more and more creative with this. I may do a few more like this with like some straight lines, easier to set up, and then I'll get bored of that, and then I'll start trying to do like some flames or some sort of cutout or whatever. I'm just trying something different. I think it'd be cool to get in there and just start hand cutting some, the masking and just coming up with a design. Someone has the yawns, yeah, right? And of course, it just started. Well, man, once it starts, it's hard to stop. A couple of you guys in here weren't here earlier. We got some extra nitro compound stickers. Stay tuned. We're going to do a giveaway. It won't be tonight, but yeah, it is contagious. We're not going to do it tonight, but we will be doing a giveaway. Same as what we were doing before with spinning the wheel. I'll end up doing it sometime before I go home for the 4th so that I can mail them out when I get home. And these specifically fit on the J Concepts wing. Yeah, John Smith's interested as well. Hell yeah, I like the flag too. I think it's badass. Yeah, and the way that these go on, the flag's in the front. The stars are in the front. And if I understand that correctly, it's like, the soldiers going into battle is when the stars are facing towards the front. But sweet looking. Looking forward to that, buddy. Yes, sir. Yeah. I don't know when. I just figured I'd throw it out there, and when it happens, it happens. So, like I said, just stay tuned. Gotta keep you guys coming back more somehow. But yeah, these little stickers here, they fit nice on the windshield. You know, they fit nice down here on the bottom. So you can do all kinds of things with them. Just like I did over here. Hell, I might even pick up a couple of wings and do it as like a set for anybody that has a buggy. You know, it'd be a nice set. Just kind of thinking about it. I mean, either that or, you know, if you guys just want the stickers and no wing, we can do that as well. Okay, I want to try and stop it more. Really enjoy your content. Hey, I appreciate that, man. We try. John says that would be sick. I know JW's in. He got a nice little buggy that it'll all fit on. But, yeah, hey, man, I appreciate that. We try to keep it interesting. Wing idea is great. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a black one right now still in the package, you know, that we just pair it up. But I'm going to get a couple more wings. Well, you know, because like I said, I got 2 sets of these. So, we'll do a couple of wings, a couple of stickers. But yeah, definitely, John. Anybody that wants a set of these, that, you know, after the competition, let me know. We'll get some for sure. Got a couple of new pics I'll send you. Oh, hell yeah, man. Looking forward to it, bro. Flora for sure. How funny. Guess I could use the wing too. But yeah, you know, everybody seems to like the wing idea, so definitely we'll get a couple of wings. I think black seems to go with everything, everybody's theme, so we'll pick up a couple of black wings. But hell yeah, I like it. Sorry for all the noise. JW sending me pictures. Stop it. You're gonna make them think they won. No, I'm just messing around. I'll look at them here shortly. I hussed. Sent you pics of money by. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Couldn't use the wing, but I would forward it to someone that could if I win. Cool, hell yeah. It says, hell yeah, I won. Man, that was quick. Yeah, like, you know, like Digger says, if he wins and doesn't have a use for the wing, wants to forward it on, you know, I can send it to you and you can forward it on to somebody in person, or you can forward it on to somebody on the channel. Whatever you want to do. But like I said, here coming up sometime before the 4th, because I'm going home for the 4th, and I'll be home that week, and I'll get it mailed out then. But hell yeah. Alrighty, well, I ain't got much else to say or do tonight, so unless anybody's got any questions or comments to throw out there, I think we're just gonna skedaddle for the night. We will be back tomorrow night. Probably gonna go through and clean up the buggy. It's pretty dirty. Forward to someone on the channel. Cool, hell yeah. That's a good idea. Anybody that wins and doesn't actually have a use for the wing and just wants to forward on to someone on the channel, that'd be perfect. Somebody of your choice. Yes, sir, Northeast. You have yourself a great one, brother. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, guys. I guess I'm probably making y'all dizzy by moving around like this. Thank you very much for hanging out. Be sure and join in tomorrow night. You guys take care of yourselves. Much love and peace.